Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is still morning, I think. No, it's 12:01 now, so it's not morning anymore. So good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. And welcome to the Driving To podcast. The podcast where we talk about what you're driving to. If you're driving to success or driving to fulfillment, driving to happiness, whatever you're driving to, we try to talk about it here on the Driving To podcast. My name is Matt Munnell, and I'm the host of the Driving To podcast. The podcast where I am driving to work or driving somewhere, and we talk about other things that we're driving to. Today, I'm stuck in a 19, 20, 25-minute slowdown on I-95. I think there's been a crash up ahead. I hope everybody's okay. We've had fire and rescue come by us. We had police come by. We had a tow truck come by. So, again, I hope everybody's okay up there. But while I'm in the slowdown, I thought I'd go ahead and talk to you guys for a little bit. You know, I ran across a couple books the other day that I've ordered. One is called The Finite and Infinite Games by a guy named James Carse, written back in the 80s. And another one is The Infinite Games, written by Simon Sinek, and it's going to be released here in September of this year. Simon had read the book, and he's, I guess, premising his book around the works of James Carse. Don't know, I haven't read it yet. Neither book has come in yet. I get my one book tomorrow, and as I said, the other book comes in September. But it's an interesting premise. The reason I'm talking about it today, and the reason I wanted to get the books, is because the premise of the books sound like something I've thought about for years, which is, as I've run stores, we always in my business use a lot of sports metaphors, but they don't really work in business, in my opinion, because in sports, you have a set beginning, a set end. You know, as football games come on Saturday, you prepare all week for a football game, and then you go out and you test your abilities on that Saturday, and you have 11 players on your side. They have 11 players on their side. You start the game at a time. You play 4 quarters, and at the end of 60 minutes playing time, there's a winner. That's a finite game. That's how both Carson and Simon Sinek define a finite game. A set beginning, a set end, a set amount of players. Everybody knows the parameters, and then there's a winner at the end. Business isn't like that, though. We try to think it is. Hey, you're winning at business. But really, business is more of the infinite game, which is we don't know who's playing the game. There's competitors that come into the game. There's competitors that go out of the game. Number of players change. The starting time, when did it start? I guess when you started your business. When does it end? Whenever you get out of business. So there's no winning and losing. It's just, can you stay in the game? And again, I thought about that a lot as I ran stores. It's like I can get my team up for different events that we have, different projects we're doing. Let's go for sales this week. Let's do this. Okay, now we got inventory. Let's get ready for that. But the cadence of business is one that it's always going on. It never ends. And so you have to, in my opinion, you have to lead differently. You have to motivate differently, or set the motivation, set the environment for people to motivate themselves differently. And so we're playing that infinite game, not the finite game, where there's not a set time that we end and win. So just some interesting premise. I thought I'd introduce it to you guys today, see what you guys think about it. I'm looking forward to reading the books. Like I said, one comes tomorrow, the other comes in September, but it's interesting. I wish I'd written the book, since I had thought about this premise years ago, just didn't know it was called the finite game or the infinite game. I'm not that smart. So just something to think about as you're driving around today, or sitting on your sofa today, or wherever you listen to this podcast. But wherever you're driving to, drive safe, and we will talk to you next time. And my remote, I don't know, it broke. It gave up the ghost, so you're going to see me go boop in just a second. So you guys take care, and we'll talk to you next time. Boop.